life's extension, lot to read. Kind of some, but not to lead. Born with the rare and sad disease. She grew a ham where it should be. Oh yeah, she was pretty face and lovely eye. Dream was to be a famous star, but at the rate she was going, she wasn't going. Amanda, you were impossible to ignore. Amanda, so greedy we want more.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Danielle Lakes. Good morning, entire Lakes household. We're waiting for the show to start at 11. And I thought this morning, got some ideas. We got some stuff going on. This is not really the show yet. Not really.
I left a lunch on the table in the operating room for the bereaved. A cooked ham, as is customary for these dark situations.
Doctor, what?
I must go.
Which one is the ham?
I must go. I'm on break.
Oh dear.
Time to eat, so took a bite out of face me. Amanda, you were impossible to ignore. Amanda, so greedy we wanted more. Soaring infinitely through space, Amanda's soul was raised with a glance of our face. She was amazed. The news of her untimely death had spread out near and far.
show starts in 1 minute. Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater.
Help me, Lord.
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paint by Monster with me, your host, Easel Monster. It's great to see everybody again this morning. Hello, everyone who's here. Hello, Lake's household. Hello, Carrie Wright. Hello, Christy D'Souza. Hello, Trey Gurley, who is watching. Hello, everyone this morning who is here. I'm Easel Monster, your host for Paint by Monster, and boys and girls, let's get right into the drawing. Let's make up a story, and I've got some music for you today. In fact, all of today's music is going to be brought to you courtesy of 2 seconds. Hang on, let me get over here and turn this. What happens if I do this? Yeah, there we go. Courtesy of the Free Music Archive. We're going to listen to some dubstep today. What on earth is that, Easel Monster? Well, boys and girls, you're going to see what dubstep is today. I thought I had all that queued up, but 2 seconds. Genres. I think that's under. Do you like how I was projecting with my mind? I think that's under electronic. Dubstep. This is what dubstep is. Play the page. Just go play the whole page. Pow. Yeah. Welcome to Paint by Monster. I'm your host, Easel Monster. Let's get to the drawing, shall we? All right, I have this idea for a story. Boys and girls, let's tell a story today. Here's the story. Here's the idea. Let me turn this down. Oh, I don't have any idea what has happened to my picture of us. Hang on. Thank you, stagehand, for enabling me. All right, here's the idea. Today, I want us to tell a story. I don't know that I can do this music. It's a little bit annoying. Let's have that go on in the back, way in the background. Okay. Now, if the robot will cooperate. Thank you, robot. All right. Here's the picture I have in mind today. Today, I want to draw a goat. I have this idea for a story, boys and girls. Maybe we need complete silence for this so that everybody can concentrate. I like to work in silence sometimes. Now, I'm drawing a goat first. Robot, you need to stay with me. Stay with me. There you are. All right. So, here's the idea here. I'm drawing a goat. He's going to be here. And his other shape is going to be here like this. That is close enough to get us where we are going, okay? The idea here is I want to draw this goat. I love goats, by the way. Again, there's a lot of forehead on a goat, if you've noticed that. And they have this sort of snouty nose. And And goats are really cute, but also goats can have a real ugly attitude sometimes. And this goat is going to have an obvious sort of an attitude, and I'm going to put him. This goat happens to smoke a cigar, believe it or not, like that. So up here, and you know, goats have that sort of eyebrow, and this goat here is on the lookout. He's keeping a sharp eye. He's not happy either. Like this. All right. And like this. And yeah, all right. Up in here is where that will end. Let's get rid of this. All right. So, hello everyone joining me this morning. My name is Easel Monster, your host for Paint by Monster. Boys and girls, I'm going to tell a story. Now, what you don't know here is that this goat who is watching, and it's pretty great, this thing just sort of magically turns into a goat the moment you give it this nice big floppy ear right here. We'll give him some horns too. This forehead can be rounder and a little bit shaggy back here. And right. He's got to be sort of a piece of work. Now, also, he's paying pretty close attention to whatever is going on over here. He's on the lookout for something. There he is. Like that. Now, the other eye is on the other side of the head. Oh, the other thing. And he's got to have this sort of brushy sort of a beard over here, as goats are wont to have. It's beautiful here in my part of the world in Muncie, Indiana. I have no idea how it looks where you are. I hope it's beautiful where you are today, outside. I think I'm going to try to get outside maybe later on today. I thought maybe I'd ride my bike down by the cemetery today. See if the dead people are doing anything. Probably not. But, all right. This goat is outside of, well, you got to give him more neck. If you want to pull off the illusion that you're looking at the back of this thing, you got to give him more of a spine right there. So he's got to have some sort of bad guy hair right here, this goat. The ear should have been down further on his head. That's all right. That's why we're in this stage of it. Yeah, that's better. That's way better. So, and the moment I give this thing horns, that is going to help too. Let's spread that out maybe just a little bit and get these up going here maybe and a little higher, maybe back here. Yeah, that's all right. And some of this going back here. Yeah. All right. That's coming along. Yes. I want this goat to sort of be a nasty piece of work. Like, oh, that goat, man. Because what you haven't been shown yet is that this goat, wherever this ear goes back here, we'll solve that in a moment. I didn't big shape it first. I wanted to get right to something that would look good. But the truth is, this is really two pear shapes. This is a big pear shape here. And this is a big sort of, you can think of this as a big pear shape here that comes at you like this. All right. So this goat, he's not, see, that's getting better already. Gotta give him some more of a forehead. That's a problem. I guess maybe you never go wrong giving a big forehead to a goat. Makes him more goaty. This goat, with his goatee, right there, he's outside of the bank. Because, what you have not been told yet, boys and girls, this is the getaway car for a couple of dogs who have gone inside of the bank to rob the bank. The local bank. So, that's the story on this escape goat. He is the escape goat for a dog enterprise. And I think the dog behind it all has got to be some kind of a dachshund, kind of a dog. I want a dachshund because I think it's funny if the villain of the story is German. I'm not sure why. I want this kind of a thing, and I want him to have like those beady little eyes, and he's got to have those like this. but you know, he's really long, and he's just constantly, so I have to explain everything to you. Always has to speak German, and he's engineering he's got to be mad too. There he is, like that. So, all right. And I think I don't know, this guy's in charge. He's not happy. And he wants to get out of where they all live. And so he has this idea. He's going to rob the bank. And he tells his friends. And I think the other friend that he's trying to convince has to be some kind of a bad dog Pomeranian. It's all bad dogs. Not all dogs are bad. I love dogs, but some dogs, boys and girls, are bad dogs. I think this is a story about a bad dog and a Pomeranian kind of a dog, a yippy dog. They're all sort of bad dogs. Pomeranians, well, the thing about these things, they all have the like little teeth up front. Dachshunds do, and they'll just bite you just as soon as look at you. They growl, and these are almost like venomous fangs. They'll sink them right into you, and they yip at you. They're just awful little dogs. He would speak with his awful little German accent. He'd just bark out little orders and things like that. And one day he tells his only two friends in the world, the Pomeranian, who's just nothing more than basically a carpet mop with a head on it like this, and the Pomeranian is listening intently when the Dachshund says to the Pomeranian, listen here, in his German accent, I have this idea I want to talk to you about, he says. And what is the idea, says the Pomeranian, however he speaks. And the German Shepherd, or the Dachshund says, we are going to rob the bank, he says. And the Pomeranian, you mean we're going to go dig up the bones of whatever dog has a bank of bones? I'm not talking about the bank of bones in his backyard, you idiot, he says. I'm talking about robbing the human bank. And that's where the goat comes into it, because they've got to get fast. They have an escape goat. They're going to ride the goat into town, and then they're going to escape the bank robbery on the goat. They all have to look like they come from the same world, though. So this little guy's eyes are going to have to get, yeah, that's a lot better. And this is going to have to be, he's going to have some eyes here. Maybe, I like the idea of maybe he's a dachshund with a monocle. That's kind of nice. All right. Yeah, all right. It's okay for it to get just crazy as can be. You know, boys and girls, we're making up a story. This is the story of the scapegoat. So, no, not scapegoats, Christy D'Souza, the scapegoat. You have to misunderstand in order for that to all be fun. It's a big pun, and so, let's see. This also, I want to ink this here pretty soon. And I have to, this bank sign has to come further into the joke. And that has to, you don't have to completely read that it says bank, but you have to understand this is a bank. So like here, and then that you'll get what's going on. Especially, you can do some ornament here, you know, decorative sorts of things. We'll fix a lot of this in the inking. So, good morning, everyone. If you're watching, welcome to Paint by Monster. I'm your host, Easel Monster. Today, I am drawing for you a little cartoon that I'm sure the inking stage is going to change drastically, but I'm drawing something I'm calling the Scapegoat. One of the things that I also want to talk to you about today, I'm erasing a bunch of this stuff. We're going to change a bunch of this, is an idea I think about a lot when I am making up stuff, and I put it in the description, today's title and description of the video, and it is, I'm getting something to write with. Hang on just a second. It's this. I call it Fences on the Playground. Fences on the playground. What does this mean? It means this. When you are making something up, when you are using your imagination to solve a problem, when you are considering how you will bring your mind and your imagination to bear on whatever the problem in front of you is, you need to know what the boundaries are. Sometimes you'll hear voices in your life that will say, oh, art just needs to be unbounded and free to be whatever it's going to be. And you always want to say to those voices, shut up and sit down and shut your little hole because you don't know what you're talking about. That is not how art works, boys and girls. You have to have fences on the playground in order to get where you're going. If you know what the boundaries of the idea are, you'll come up with better creative ideas. And the first idea is, well, the space you're going to make up in, okay? So anyway, fences on the playground. What are the boundaries of the story? Well, in this case, it'll be animals that have a mind to do things. So there's characters that need to be made up, and there's setting, and there's things that the characters want, things to explore inside of all of their psychologies. These are boundaries that we put on storytelling in order to come up with stuff. In this case, Fences on the Playground looks like, so far, our characters. There's something going on inside of here. There's some sort of a psychology. They have to want something in order to go do what they do. But the whole of all of this really came from one idea to me of the idea of a goat standing outside of a bank waiting for the robbery to go down. And he is the scapegoat, which is ridiculous, and it's an awful, awful pun. But it's also just hilariously funny. I love the idea of something riding a goat. I have seen video footage of monkeys riding goats around and riding little horses and things like that. And every time I see those things, I'm delighted by them. So, I'm going to ink this goat. Even though I don't have all of the bits solved yet. That's all right. Here is his nose, his goat nose. And this is, we're sketching our way towards something. So it's okay not to know all of the things that you're doing yet. Now, I think this is sort of a hairy passage on the goat. So I'm going to do that to him. And also, I'm going to let him have a top knot. Oh. Well, someone has joined me in our visit. It's Penny has joined me on our visit, so we'll come back to the inking in a moment. Let's have a visit with Penny, shall we? The giant cat. What? Nah, you're all right. Well, okay, we'll listen to some music too. Gee, he's really demanding. So. Yeah, all right. I don't know about more dubstep, but, we could turn some more music on. Let's see. Genres. Let's see. How about maybe some jazz? How about some jazz? Play page. Let's see what we get. There we go. I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything? I don't hear anything. There we go. All right. I don't know that that's going to do much for me with inking a goat. But let's go back to that and I'll find something. What do you think of this stuff, Penny? Really wild. How about the soundtrack? How about this? Play page. Just do that. Is Penny my giant cat? Penny, my giant cat. I can't listen to that. Boys and girls, today's music is brought to you by FMA, Free Music Archive. That was something called Shipping Lanes by someone named Chad Crouch. And, boy, I just don't know that I want to listen to much more of that. Let's find something else here. Let's see maybe some, how about some pop? Let's try maybe some Mid-Air Machine, Afterwards We'll See. Experimental pop. Ooh, how about that? Nah, not that. I think it's gonna have to be blues or country if I really want good goat inking music. That sounds like goat inking music, Penny. What do you think? Yeah. All right.
See the blanket, just as looking outside. See the blanket, all is gone outside. Just one way. Just looking inside. Hell is going outside. Just looking inside. Hell is going outside. One way. Working down the street, seeing all the girls here. All the friendly woman, she is gonna down here. Just looking outside, just looking at you. Just looking outside, just going inside. Hey. Looking down the street, Lord, what is going inside? Working down the street, Lord, what is going inside? Hey, hey, hey. What is going inside? Just is going outside. Look into your inside. Just is going outside. Hey, hey, she is just a ghost down, going down for me. See it just a ghost down, working just for you and me. What is going inside? Sun is looking outside. What is going inside? Sun is looking outside.
Everybody, I sort of got into the groove of inking here, and welcome to Paint by Monster if you're just joining us. Thanks for being here with me. Let's turn this music down a little bit, visit for some. I'm drawing an escape goat. This goat is outside of a bank. He's with a group of other animals that are going to rob a human bank. That's their plan. He is the escape goat. The dogs are riding him. And that is what is going to happen. I think maybe I'm going to let black play a nice role in how this all comes down and what this art looks like. I like a black line an awful lot. Goats in their way to me sort of look like camels, I think. In the inking of this goat, I should make a lot of zigzags to underscore the idea that he's a crooked goat. He's crooked. I want his ears black down here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Some of my sketch lines I think I try to preserve, but you know, the moment the brush hits the paper, it's an inked drawing, and so I love feeling the bounce of the brush, and I just let that brush carry me along sometimes. Yeah, that's all right. Now, I give him some of these. Yeah, all right. I can live with that as an idea of a goat. Sure. I think he needs more of a presence down here. This. Yeah. All right. It's coming along. Hey, sing it.
What a soul is just a ride. What a soul is beside story. What a soul is just a ride. Just a ride. Just a ride. What a soul is beside story. What a soul is just a ride. What a soul is beside story. What
All
a
right.
soul is just a ride. Just a ride.
Boy, I like how that goat's coming along. That looks like a goat. Looks like a goat I wouldn't want to mess with a whole lot. He's certainly got some kind of a plan working. I'm going to make a couple of lines just kind of coming out of him and break the side of that some. And today I've decided, boys and girls, that instead of watercoloring this, I'm not going to watercolor this today. I'm just going to make a wash, an ink wash bit of painting on this and sort of give some indication of some darks and some lights on it. So I'll do that here in a minute, but let me ink the rest of this bank here that he's waiting outside of. Now, I think just make it nice, you know, make it a nice bank. So let's give it some trim out here on the sidewalk, and it can be made out of stone, maybe. At the same time, a bank that these guys felt like they could knock over. This can have a fixture here. Maybe this can be a little light. Right here on this corner of the bank. Might be nice if it's, I don't know, you could make it Art Deco, sort of. Give it a stair-stepping kind of a thing. And some little panes of glass. What are you making today? I'm making a picture of the escape goat. You're watching Paint by Monster with me, your host, Diesel Monster. Today, obviously, I had less to say than I thought I was going to have to say, but, you know, why force it? If the drawing's going, just keep going. Yeah, that's okay. And this is all okay, too. This guy singing, he's awfully sad. I think maybe I'm going to find us some different music while we eat. Stagehand, would you mind finding us some different music while we continue to ink this goat? These guys are depressing me. I can't have that. How about something from the folk music? How about folk music? How about this? It's an escape goat. Yeah, I don't know about this music either, boys and girls. This seemed a better idea earlier in the day. I would like some music that you can just leave on and not work. How about soul R&B? We haven't been here yet in the musical world. Let's try this. I don't know. Sure. Come on, come on. Yeah. Ha! Boys and girls, you are watching Paint by Monster with me, your host, Diesel Monster. We are listening to R&B, and we are inking an escape goat. That's what's happening right now. How cool are all of us? Oh my gosh. Melt your face cool. Brother, that's the answer. And we'll make this a little alcove where you get into the bank, back in here. Right? Maybe some of those recessed lighting here. so that this can be a ceiling panel. What are you making today? Carrie Wright said she's making a silk mobile today. Silk painted mobile. This, on the other hand, is an escape goat. The idea here is that the dachshund in the neighborhood has hatched a plan that he and the Pomeranian are going to ride the goat into town and steal human money. Grandpa Choco says he is shooting some video today. Break a leg, Grant. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, everyone who is ever stopping by. Little art show. Paint by Monster is a little art show with a monster artist goofing off, making art. 6 days a week, boys and girls. 6 days a week. Easel Monster is on the Facebook Live. On the... I don't know that you can call it air. I don't care. I think there's one of the handles of the door of the bank where you go in to deposit your money. But this guy is not making a deposit. This dude here, he wants to make a withdrawal right there. So also, I'm gonna, I'll take care of that in the lighting when we go over to the, also I think maybe they have a little carpeting that they lay out here for their people to enter the bank and feel like someone has thought about them before they got there. Boys and girls, I'm attempting occasionally to develop my personal philosophy and idea of what art even is, and it has something to do with the idea that you have put an experience together for someone before they got there. It's not just about pleasing yourself, it has to be shared. But I don't have all those little details worked out yet. I am very, very close here to some other bits for the goat, but I'm going to let this be the idea of sort of another building over here on this side of the street. That's the corner of that building. This will be some sort of an intersection where traffic comes through, and here's a traffic light back here, maybe. It just, you know what? These things just need to be little indications of gobbledygook. They don't have to be anything really. They just have to be something else that you can make sort of an indication of what's going on back there. And there's a brick, and this is some kind of facade on the top of this building. This can have some trim and some of these. Right now, and this is a whole street right here and a sidewalk, but we don't have to see any of that stuff. This goat is parked outside the bank. He's waiting on his friends to come out because they are casing the joint. That's what's happening today. This is the escape goat. He's waiting outside. So, let's do some ink wash here. Now, this is just gray ink. So I think he's got some gray here in the nose area, I think. And probably this is going to be gray here. Yeah, all right. This has to be almost black here. Right, that's good. And down here. Let's see. Yeah, no, even this. Yeah, that's good. All right, that's pretty good. There's a goat waiting outside the bank. Ooh, that was ink. That wasn't wash, that was ink. Pay attention, watch what you're doing. It's all for the best. Yeah, sure. He could be sort of a dark goat up in here. That means that, and that, and that, and that there. Yeah, all right. He's coming along fine. But now I need lighter than that. So I'm squeezing some water down, and I'm going to saturate that ink with a little bit of water so that I can get to something a little bit lighter than that. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, but now it's really, really juicy, and I need paper towel. Paper towel. Mop up the extra juicy. There we go. Yeah, okay. So, oh, that was actually kind of a nice effect. What happens if we just do that? Yeah, all right. That's there's some stuff happening right there. Cool. So, here. Oh, damn it! You can't dip the brush in the ink. You have to dip the. In fact, let's put the ink over here and put it away. So many times I have been told now people are showing up to have Paint by Monster on in the background while they are making things, and I am so taken with that story. I love that story. I think that's the sweet spot of what Paint by Monster is. Here we are making stuff. You are adding me to part of your making day. Thank you. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. I love being together with you. I love making these little things, little paintings, little art. Talking art, sure. And that would be this. This can have, I want much lighter gray now, I think, over here. And these can have, we'll come in here and darken underneath those letters in a minute, but this is the inside of that right there, and this is this. This is some ideas of some stone, but it can't be very dark. I don't want it to be very dark. So I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to do this to mop up a lot of that excess, because I don't want this to be really oversaturated, and so I'm paper toweling this image of this bank. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And the sidewalk, I'll put some sidewalk in. If I'm good enough at it, that's going to sort of go back to white-ish here. And sure, I'm dabbing it with a paper towel. It'll mottle the surface a little bit. It'll be fine. It will all work out just fine. Now, this is going to be, yes, a mid-gray for that other side of the building. I think might help push that somewhat back there. We'll see. Yeah, all right. Okay, and some of these corner stones here. Yes, and maybe some more ideas of bricks. The goat's horns. Maybe the shading can go up this backside. The sun's kind of coming from this direction. Yeah. All right, that means this over here would be dark. And we can have a couple of things go on down here, and that'll be some of the street. And, yeah, all right. Boys and girls, this is an scapegoat. Yeah. All right. Boy, once this dries, and we have to let this dry. Oh, he could have, yeah, there we go. We'll darken that up right there. Once it dries, we can go in here and ask, oh, this has to be more darker than that. Yeah. Yeah, all right. All right. It's a bad goat, and he has bad dog friends, and they're thinking about robbing a bank. They're casing the joint, and he's the scapegoat. That is all I've got today. Yeah, like that. I'm thickening up these letters down here, like an idea that they are three-dimensional letters. And they don't have to be perfect, they just have to have some depth and thickness to them to get them standing off of that building a little tiny bit. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. In fact, to me, it's more cartoony and fun if it's not perfect. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, did I have any other things I wanted to do with you, for you? Yeah, I do. Just really quick, I wanted to do these things right here. Oh, I don't know why there we go.
Leave me a comment in the comment section below, or get really wild and leave 2 comments. For now, I answer everyone back. Also, share the video and tell your friends. And in the meantime, you know what to go do with yourself.
Sing, everybody. Go make some art. Make a drawing or a painting. Go make something entertaining. Make some art. Go make some art. Go get your pencils, paints, and paper, plaster, chisels, markers, scrapers, rulers, canvas, brushes, hammers, nails, and tape.
Guitars and super glue.
Get glue and macaroni, cameras, frames, and fried bologna. Go get anything you need for making art. That gnawing feeling deep inside that you can do it isn't lying to you. Get up off your butt and make some art. Bum, bum.
Paint by Monster is made by one monster sitting in a tiny upstairs bedroom studio smack downtown in Muncie, Indiana. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Go make some art and...
Oh, I can't see myself again there. See you next time. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow at 11 o'clock right here on Facebook. Bye now.